going on, beautiful people? It's your boy, Mr. Meyer, with the fire, here to share ideas, take our collective vibration up a little bit higher. Today, I'm going to tell you why you need to be consecrating damn near everything. I'm going to tell you how to consecrate damn near everything. What is consecration? Before we get into this, why do you need to do this? Because everything is energy. And you know this. I'm just reminding you what you already know. They tell the kids in science class real young that it's all energy. Keep it from a good starting point. So, really, consecration helps you learn how to direct energy and how to move energy around. You are energy, the world outside of you is energy, and these energies are constantly intermixing with one another. So it's just really important that you learn how to program the environment so the environment doesn't inadvertently end up programming you in a way that you don't desire, okay? So, the word consecrate often has a religious or ceremonial context, meaning to deify or condition to the divine or the source of creation. But consecrate could also mean, as a verb, dedication, programming, like we just talked about. And literally, again, with everything being energy, you can consecrate damn near everything in your life by imbuing certain energy with it. The most important tool you have is your words, your ability to speak and communicate. Words, by definition, or by function, I should say, rather, encase ideas. They hold logic or constructs. So whenever you create a sentence, you are speaking out these archetypal forces or concepts into the universe, right? Same shit we're doing right now. Cool. So, the thing about consecration of objects, tools, this is going to imbue it with your intention, okay? Abracadabra, you think, you speak, and you create in that order. Sometimes the things you don't even speak out but only think do manifest into creation when you will these in. So, consecration, like I said, mostly has a religious / ceremonial / magical context where we can consecrate our tools for a certain purpose. I would recommend to look at the Magician card in the tarot, the first card in the tarot, not the 0 card, the number 1 card, where there is a man sitting in front of the altar with a bunch of tools on the altar. There's a wand, there's a chalice, there's a blade, and then there's a pentacle, okay? So these are actual tools that have been consecrated in a ceremonial context. The sword is a object that represents elemental air. So as a magician picks up an athame or a blade and puts it in their space or their home or they carry around them, they're using this as a symbolic representation of the air element. Communication, idea, thought. Air is going to connect things. It's also going to disconnect things. And this is why we have 2 edges of that blade on the sword, okay? We have to be impeccable with the word, because the same word that can cut can, remove interference, or it could cause harm. So what we create with our word will surely manifest. And if we aren't being honest or fair or appropriate with the words that we share, we may create something that's harmful. So this is why a magician would go out and get a athame or a blade and put it on their altar, consecrate it to connect them with their air element, to help them speak more kind, loving, and peaceful thoughts. And there's a practical application for athame, so this is a slight digression, but you can also use the athame for literally cutting things. You can use it for cutting circle, opening doorways. You can use it for banishing or invoking. You can do a lot of things with an athame, but there's a symbolic meaning to it, okay? So I want to say, this is the digression, so we'll get back into consecration, but if you are a magical practitioner and working on directing energies, I would so strongly recommend that you do build your connection to those 4 elements and go find all of your tools. Go find a blade, go find a wand, a chalice, and then a stone or a pentacle or a paten. So you can consecrate these with the element and then work on your connection and relationship with the element inside of yourself that manifested your physical being. It's very important that your sword has 2 edges too, so you understand the weight and significance and even inherent danger that your communication holds, okay? Same thing with the wand. Consecrate that for fire to help you work with the will and make appropriate choices. Same thing with the cup, to make your emotions flow easier and to bring divine unconditional love and trust into your life. With the element of earth and the paten, this is going to help you ground into your physical body and help you deal with your health and your habits, in the way that you indulge in the things that you accept and how you spend your time on the material plane. So, like we said before, there's a religious/ceremonial context to consecration, but it doesn't necessarily need to be this way. And with Pluto going into Aquarius and everybody in the world kind of connecting to their Jupiter in some way internally, I feel like we're really being called in this age to be our own priest/priestess and facilitate our own connection with the divine. So it's important to realize that your life is one ceremony, your life is one ritual, your life is one magical spell. So it's just really imperative that you learn to direct your energy and be intentional with all the things in the realm of your control so your intentions can manifest. And there's that unspoken condition which I will speak out. If you are aligned with the will of the higher self and the will of the world, then it will manifest. But if your will is uncalibrated and your fire element is not there and your wand is all broken or non-existent, good luck, you know? So I want to mention the recursive benefits of consecration. I talked about consecrating tools, but you can consecrate anything. I'm serious. When you burn your incense, consecrate this incense with whatever energy you want. Basically, you're using your voice, your mind, your intention and thought to create a present tense petition. For example, I actually can do this right in front of you. So let me just do this, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So we're going to use this love incense. And I want you to pay attention to your body as you sit here and see what happens, okay? Because I could tell you, but I would much rather show you, okay? Shout out to my Libra friends. It's Libra season. We're working with the goddess damn near every day. Same shit we do every day, Pinky. So look, I consecrate this incense with the energy of Venus in Pisces to bring divine unconditional love into this space on all levels, to resolve all pain, paradox, and suffering, and give this back to the divine and replace these energies with strength, vision, determination, peace, and love on all levels with harm to none, so mote it be. And focus on sending your energy into the object before you do this, or before you end up lighting it, okay? And now we're going to talk about the recursive benefits. And we're thanking Spirit for lending that energy, because I could have burned this without consecrating it, right? But at the same time, speaking over these objects with some love, some reason, some rationality makes a big difference. It hits a lot different. A lot of magical practitioners claim that they can smell the difference between consecrated incense and unconsecrated incense. And I would encourage you to try it yourself and see if you can notice a difference. I can feel a difference every time. And once you start consecrating your tools and your objects and your supplies, you're not gonna want to not do it. You're not gonna want to skip out on it because it's different. And here, let's talk about the recursive benefits. So whenever you get the benefit of speaking in love and life and an intention into your object, you get to reap the benefits of it, and you get to experience the programs of that condition, right? So this means that this will affect your unconscious and your subconscious and permeate the conscious on some level. And you will be guided by the energy of your own magic itself. So you got to be careful with the words you speak, because you might just get what you ask for, right? So, third house Chiron. I cannot tell you guys, I don't even say this because, like I said, the air element. But I be burning my hands a lot with incense, man. Because that third house fucking Chiron, but it is what it is. So, as you have your incense burning on the altar, you know, feel free to consecrate more incense in the smoke of your incense. And then the energy will build and build and build and build. You hear that bird? Yes. It won't stop unless you stop. So don't. Oh, yeah. This is about leverage. As above, so below, so within, so without. When you start working on the higher planes of reality, you will have more influence and leverage on this lower plane of reality. Mark my fucking words, y'all. So, this is the unconscious effects of intention and petition. How your intuition and your unconscious and your physiology of your body will start to help you accept, recognize, take action on the parameters that you have spoken to your object or tool. Consecrate your incense, consecrate your stones, consecrate your tools on your altar, If you're a content creator and you post videos, consecrate the video before you do this. Like I had mentioned, I consecrated this with Venus Pisces because this is the exalted place of Venus. It's Libra season. It's a good time to bring in love, but you can consecrate your tools with an element. You can consecrate them with the planet. You can call in your spirit guides. You can call in the energy of love. You can call in the energy of peace. You can call in vitality, focus, whatever you want to do. You can consecrate your damn incense with the energy of Batman if you needed to bring in that archetypal energy. Everything is energy, like we started with this. So even things in the imagination realm exist, okay? And you can pull these into the physical plane of existence. So you got to understand, an archetype is really just a symbol in the collective unconscious that describes the way life unfolds itself. So connecting these archetypal forces and imbuing them within the work that you're doing in the physical will help you really participate fully in this realm across all planes, okay? So this is slipping into the vortex, letting the magic of the universe guide you unconsciously. And this really brings up the concept, again, of being impeccable with your word. Watch what you ask for, because the universe is only going to give you what you ask for. And if you aren't that spiritual, not that tapped into the cosmological view of the world, you can just look at this like your unconscious or your mind. The unconscious mind and the subconscious mind doesn't really listen to negativity. Let me elaborate what I'm saying. They don't hear double negatives. They don't hear you, neutralize certain things. So rather than, consecrating your incense and saying that I consecrate this incense to remove pain. No, I'm doing it right. So let me try to elaborate, y'all. Mercury retro, I'm going to pause for a second. You need to speak present tense, positive affirmation into your objects. If I want to bring love into my life, like I just did with this, the worst thing I could say is, I charge and consecrate this incense to I've been programming myself not to do this wrong, so I'm sorry, I'm like blanking on it. To make sure I have no pain. Saying it like that would basically be affirming pain, and my subconscious might not hear the word no. So basically what I would be saying in that context is to remove pain, which is damn near the same thing. I hope you guys are seeing the message, because I think I just effed that up really bad. But, at the same note, you get what you ask for. So rather than focusing on the negative, the sharp-ass point that I could make with my sword, focus on the positive, speak in what you want, and then remove any obstacles or interference towards it at the same time. And the condition with harm to none is very important, because when you manifest anything on any plane, you may not have a full perspective of how these things connect. So it would be really wise to ask Spirit to let your intention manifest with harm to none. And if the intention would be manifested harmfully, it just won't manifest if you put that condition on it, okay? And this again brings up the concept of becoming magic and starting to realize what your principles are and what you believe in and what your spell is really about, aka your life. What are you here to do? What change do you want to see? Like Gandhi said, you have to be that through what you do every single day. The only way you're going to get to who you want to be is by what you do every single day, okay? So keep your eyes on the prize, focus, and then use everything outside of you to your disposal with love, honesty, peace, respect, patience, care. Everything outside of you is for your use, okay? Make sure you're directing energy to the objects in your environment and programming them with conditions so they don't inadvertently or unconsciously get programmed by the things in proximity and then start to affect you unconsciously and frustrate you and burden you and make you feel like you don't have the influence, leverage, or access to do things that you want to do in accordance with your soul's will on all planes with harm to none. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching the video. This is the time for you to drop the like, leave a comment. Let me know what you like to consecrate. How do you do your magic? Give me some inspiration, y'all, because at the end of the day, the only limits are really the ones we have in our own imagination. So we don't know what we don't know, and I need you guys just as much as you need me. We can share ideas and grow together concurrently in symbiotic harmony and always coexist, and that's bliss. So have a beautiful day. Consecrate your tools, wash your ass, Have a good day. Leave a comment. Links are in the bio. I'm opening the chart readings pretty soon, and I'm almost out of my first edition paperback, so you're not going to want to snooze. In other news, I do have less than 50 spots left to get into my astrology course for $777. Yeah, less than $10, and you're going to get over 5 hours of astrology videos on your phone or on your computer right at your fingertips right now. But if you miss it, you miss it, and it is what it is. But either way it goes, you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. Make sure you tap in on TikTok because we got a lot of cool things coming. New series, new videos, new content all the time, all the rhymes. It's divine. See you guys.